Hello, hello, Mr. Beaver here. It has been a good while since I've done some casting. Finally back in the saddle, and I am here casting a Division B set. We've got a matchup here between AOKI Prime and the Imp-Posters. Some good players out here. We've got a 1900 player, Pierrot, for AOKI Prime, and I'm sure I'll butcher this name, but Thenui. Looks like an 1840 player. And they will be up against Far Forever and Low Elo Nobody, 1900 and 1750, respectively. So without further ado, let's jump into the action. Actually didn't have a Civ draft posted or map draft posted for this set, so it will be a surprise to me. But we all know Game 1 on Arabia. And let's see what we got here for civs. So for Team AOKI Prime, we've got Perot here as the Britons in the blue. Teamed up with, I'm just going to go with Thano for short. Thano in the teal playing as the Magyars. So Magyars and Britons on one side, paired up against Low Elo Nobody as the Franks, and Far Forever as the Mayans. So we've got Archer v Archer on the one side, and a Cav v Cav on the other side. Take a quick look at the maps we're working with here. 3 good wood lines, reasonably wallable, back gold. Barry's a bit forward, not ideal for a Cav player, but certainly workable. A little bit of idle time there. 4 Low Elo Nobody bringing in the boar. Nothing to worry about. Similar thing, 3 wood lines to work with. Well, that one's a bit far forward. Certainly not as wallable as his opponent's map, and that gold is extremely exposed. I think I slightly prefer Teal's map over Purple's here. Over on the other side, this looks like a pretty good map if you're the Archer player. That gold, I think you could wall off pretty easy. Very safe berries. Secondary gold will be easy to get to as well. And over here for our Britons player, yeah, reasonably safe gold. And again, I think this map you could wall pretty easy. Maybe wall there to the TC. Put your production buildings out front there, and then you just kind of got to work on slowly walling that backside. All right, looks like all of our players, are they all pushing deer at the moment? Where are our scouts here? And no one's gone forward quite yet. Gonna fast forward just a little bit here for the sake of time. I'll be only casting intermittently this season. It's an especially busy season of life for me at the moment, so I won't be casting as much as I'd like to. I'll definitely pick up the casting frequency come playoff time, but I'm probably only going to be able to cast 1 or 2 sets per week here during the group stage. Still not much action yet. We've got yellow going forward, trying to delay the deer pushing here for blue, which Favre succeeds at. And I think we'll be seeing a click up here pretty soon. We've got Loom coming in for our Magyars player. Looks like he wants to go 19 pop scouts here. Brought in the final deer to the mill there. And yeah. Let's see on the other side. Looks like we're also going to get 19 pop scouts from our Franks player. And yep, indeed we do. 20 pop for our Mayans player. Of course, they hit that 20 pop at about the same time other civs hit the 19 pop. Can get very fast archers. And yeah, looks like the reason we're going to see only 1 lumber camp for now. Favre's going to need that wood to get those production buildings down once it gets up. All right, second lumber camp here for Perot, going up a little bit slower with Britons, 22 pop. So Favre should have a little bit of an advantage here. Opportunity to get some archer numbers early. But you are up against Britons. Britons can make up that difference pretty quickly with their faster archer production time. Scout trying to be a pass, trying to delay those barracks. Wants to throw Thanos' timing off. Already a bit of walling here as well for our Franks player. able to pull that off because you don't need to be able to afford bloodlines when you hit. Oh, look at this. Dano waiting to hit Feudal Age so he can jump on the scout. I mean, jump on the Vil. Shouldn't be able to get that Vil. Not with low elo, nobody's scout in the vicinity. And Teal should win this fight, both because he's Magyar's and because he has more HP. Low elo loses his scout. But not too much HP left on the Magyar scout. Over on the other side, we've got one range already down, Archer under production. And what about on the other side? Just now hitting, one range going down. So yeah, at least initially, Favre will have some Archer numbers here. One spear going forward for low elo. Nobody knows he's matched up against the Cav player. Wants to get that early pressure on. So yeah, remember, Magyar scouts with that free forging, +1 attack bonus, Franks with that free HP bonus. So two somewhat offsetting bonuses here for these players. Got to be careful here taking that fight for low elo. Nobody. He's got a 1-on-2. Managed to get a second scout in the mix, although that one scout is extremely wounded. Yeah, actually, I think that was a good fight to take. Second range now coming down for Favre. On the other side, two ranges already down for our Britain's player. So indeed, our Britain's player will catch up, I think, quite quickly. In fact, actually has an Archer lead at the moment. Or, pardon me, though. Those are two in the queue. Scout numbers comparable here, although we've got 3 spears already out here for low elo nobody. Pretty defensive play here so far from our teams. That spear goes down very quickly. One advantage of Magyars. Definitely the best civ to have up against spears initially. I guess absent of maybe Sicilians. All right, Archer's coming forward. They should... Oh, missed the scout, actually. Scout's able to track them without losing HP. Archer's coming forward. Do we have fletching on these boys? No, no fletching in yet. We do have fletching here for the Britain's player. All right, these walls getting close to being done here for purple. The scouts are going to come over to this side. Actually, this is going to be very bad for Favre. He is undoubtedly going to be pinched here. Losing numbers as it is anyway. And now there's going to be a massive advantage for AOKI. They can go forward right away on Favre. Yeah, he's not going to be able to be full-walled in time. He's going to have scouts and archers breathing down his neck here pretty quickly. On the other side, we've got low elos, scouts coming forward, but there are spears and some very tight walls here for the Magyar's player. I think AOKI in a very advantageous position here. They also have a 2-villager lead. Favre desperately trying to get these walls down to buy himself enough time to survive until his teammate can get here. Will they be up in time? Certainly not on this side, but I think our opponent's just going to opt to try to break through the walls here. Got the archer numbers to do it. Actually, I want to take that range thing off. It's a little distracting. Let's see, where do I do it? There we go. All right. That's also a lot of idle time there for Favre, getting all those walls down. Adding a few skirms in there, I think probably makes sense in this situation where you just need to keep the enemy out of your walls. Shot it. Which is a one-tile gap there. That notices it. He's going to get that filled in. Asbot time. Archer reinforcements coming here. Low elo might be able to pick those off, but instead he's going to come into the base here. Favre making a hole for his teammate. 10 military lead here for AOKI. Yeah, those Magyar scouts, again, free foraging, able to break through those walls even more quickly. Barv doing a good job, though, keeping the opponents off his walls without taking damage from the archers, but does have a lot of idle time at the moment, having to move off that lumber camp as well, and that is undoubtedly going to hurt his uptime. You can see the farm difference here. 13 farms for the archer player over 6, 22 over 13, so I expect our AOKI players to have a better uptime than their opponents. Look at this, scouts trying to make a move here on... I guess they're just coming over to reinforce on this side. Low elo tracking that army. Alright, they're gonna go. They're diving, going for the pinch here. There is armor on low elo scouts, so they should trade pretty well with those archers. But really nice micro here by Perot, keeping those archers moving back out of the range of the opponent's skirms. And able to keep those alive, buy enough time for Thano to get the reinforcements in. Yeah, so a decent trade for Imp-Posters, but not really serious losses for the other side. And look at the reinforcements just streaming forward. These numbers are crazy. 22 archers on the field versus 8. And they are in. Things looking quite bleak here for Imp-Posters. There are a good number of skirms in the mix here, but the scouts getting in on that. And remember, those skirms aren't going to have much damage output against the scouts. No armor on the teal scouts. Those numbers are almost gone, but it doesn't matter. Blue's archer numbers are crazy right now. This game, I fear, is over. Perot's production was just too much to handle. Solid build combined with that Britain's bonus. And Imposters are in big trouble. Thano on the way to Castle Age as well. And I expect Thano's just going to want to finish the game off. Maybe open... He's going to go 2 stable, 3 stable. Could maybe even think about 3 stable. And just end this one in early castle. The damage here. Absolutely brutal. Although somehow... 38 vills for Favre. Not as far behind as I thought he might be. Castle Age on the way as well for Perot, so Expo not too long from now. Low Elo's been forced to continue producing scouts. Yeah, I don't really see a win condition at this point. Unless AOKI makes some kind of catastrophic mistake. Low Elo going to try to dive on those scouts. Has +1/+1 on, pardon me, diving on the archers. This is a really good take. Whittle those numbers down before Blue hits Castle Age. Basically just killing future crossbowmen here. Excellent trade there with the scouts. Yeah, GG's called. They know there is no way back here. And, ooh, I missed this. Scouts had gotten in on this side. Looks like they actually took out... Is that a house there? I don't remember what building. And, yeah. Certainly the nail in the coffin. Very well played there by AOKI Prime. I think, yeah, Favre was looking to get that early damage with the archers, but I think turned out to be a bad move. They got those archers cleaned with basically no value in return, and then that pressure was on, and they just were never able to catch up in those military numbers. All right, to game 2 we go. Because I don't know whose home map was which, I'm going to assume Hideout is the next game. All right, shows up next in the recording list, so perhaps that means it was an earlier file, has an earlier date on it. We shall see. All right. Burgundians for Low Elo Nobody. Hindustanis for Far Forever. Two very strong civs, I think, should be good on this map. Up against Teutons and Saracens. So Teutons with those cheaper farms enables real nice boom. Saracens, yeah, perhaps we see some early expo pressure with the building attack bonus. Saracens able to break through these walls really quickly. Might do that to try to prevent Hindustanis from booming up. And then on this side, we could perhaps even see a tower rush. Stone is not in a good position here for low elo nobody, as is pretty typical on Hideout. But this is even worse than a typical generation because the gold is also forward. You get a tower here, and your opponent's going to basically off all his res. Teutons, of course, with a very strong tower rush, being able to garrison more vills in the tower. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see that here. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here through Dark Age. This tends to be very, very little action on this map. And yeah, we will see if our players decide to opt for some feudal pressure or if we're getting fast castles all around. Yeah, you can see Perot opting to actually just take out a wall segment instead of trying to push the deer through the gate. We'll fill that with a house here. And get some... No, Perot not opting to scout. I thought maybe we'd see some feudal pressure here, but no, it looks like it's going to be an FC given the presence of the farms. What about on this side for our Teutons player? Not on stone. Looks like it's going to be an FC there as well. Scout on scout action, and low elo nobody, the lucky winner of that dice roll. Alright, we have Feudal Age here for Far Forever. Hindustanis, what's the play? Oh, barracks down. So is this just some kind of absurdly fast castle? Doesn't have gold. Very curious about this. Yeah, not dropping buildings, so it doesn't look like an FC build. Going to stone, actually. Maybe looking to eventually get into Gulam up against the maybe in anticipation of Expo. I'm very curious about why it's the quasi FC build. Perot here, already with 6 on gold. Market Blacksmith coming down. Given that many on gold, I'm expecting some market abuse into early expo pressure. That's my prediction here. We'll see. I mean, maybe Favre won't be that far behind in the build. I'm not sure. Very atypical build, though. All right, over on the other side, our Teutons player already on the way to Castle Age. Castle Age clicked as well here for Perot. What about for low elo nobody? He's got the Market Blacksmith, just a little short on the food. Idol's in there. All right, he is up. Yeah, Favre is going to be a good bit behind on the way to Castle Age. Yeah, I have to imagine this was intentional. There's got to be some reason for this strange build. I don't know what it is. Nothing on stone for either of our AOKI players. Do have one stable, so I think we're going to see some early castle aggression. Yep, here comes the range here for Perot. Surprised he's putting the range on that side instead of over here. Just to lower that transit time. Maybe he's worried about the possibility of a castle drop. Favre is hamming that stone. Definitely looks like he's thinking Gulam play here. And as for low elo nobody, looks like it's going to be a boom play. No barracks down yet. Doesn't look like he's thinking early Cavalier. I think we might see the Burgundians boom. Okay, second TC coming down right now for our Teutons player. One knight already produced. A scout being produced now. Perhaps to get on the field to gather relics. Worried about monks. Yep, house walls coming down here for Favre. Outpost as well. Definitely wants to play this somewhat defensively. I think we'll see a defensive castle. Maybe right there. Maybe back here a little bit. What is our dear friend Perot going for here? 2-range Expo production. Yeah, definitely looking for that early pressure. Might go forward with siege as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Alright, so Favre will hit Castle Age with comparable Vil counts between the two teams, but remember, second TC's already down here for Thano. The Teutons have an excellent boom with those cheaper farms. Alright, Perot's got his scout inside Favre's base. He's gonna do a little reconnaissance here, figure out what Favre is going for. There's the castle. I don't know if I like that placement, because now you've got this whole side of the base wide open. I think maybe here you can at least defend both sides of your base. But maybe Favre's thinking, yeah, once I've Gulam out, I'm not worried about Expo anyway. Third TC coming down here for our Burgundians player. Definitely more eco upgrades here for Imp-Posters. Only 2 Vils behind right now. Our University coming down, presumably for ballistics. Expo coming forward. Will not be able to deny that castle, but they might be able to get some good damage in on this side. Perot being a pest with his scout. Barracks coming down. We do have 1 infantry armor upgrade, so definitely Gulam is the play here for Favre. Alright, still hammering the stone, so thinking about additional castles as well. Right, that walling Vil, the barracks building Vil goes down. Look at the gate just evaporate underneath the Saracen fire, plus the hill bonus. They are in, and here's what I was worried about. This whole side is completely wide open. Oh, I think this is a disaster for Favre. Yeah, this is a disaster. It does have a second TC there to keep some of those Vils safe. But maybe this will work out. Maybe he'll be able to get the Expo trapped and jump on them with the Gulam. Could maybe try to wall him in here. Could perhaps work out just fine. Vil count is identical. Burgundians going to Boomtown. Yep, here come the Gulam. A little, gate here might have been nice. Stone, could have dropped a couple stone gates. Got the archers trapped in there. Gulam just dominate. Oh, they dominate against archers here. Yeah, not what you want to see if you're Perot. Not what you want to see. And actually, Favre, that worked out perfectly fine. Lost very few Vils. Actually has a 4 Vil lead on his opponent. Low elo trying to get the monk in. Not quite able. Losing to a 5 HP scout there. And let's see where these Expo go. They might actually opt to try to make a run at low elo nobody's base. But not a lot of damage they're going to find there. Especially not if low elo can get an additional town center here, which I think is what he's going for. Yep. Oh, Knight's coming in, though. Can he wall these Vils in? I don't know why I deleted there. Could have just walled those Vils in. Look at this. Look at this. I love it. Siege Tower coming forward. 900 stone in the bank here for Thano. Wants to get the Siege Tower over the top. Castle drop right in his opponent's face. Gonna have to do it over here. Actually, can those Siege Towers go over houses? I can't remember what the current status of Siege Towers is. But he's going to have some additional military support here. This is fascinating. Where's he going? he going to drop right here and get trapped in that space? Oh, that'd be such a disaster. Alright, low elo knows the archers are here now. Well, turns out, didn't need that siege tower at all. He's got Saracen Expo. He's in. They've got military numbers here. He can drop a castle right on low elo's face. Here comes the mango. Production finally starting on the mango. Stone count 512. I think we're going to see low elo buy a little bit of stone and try to drop a castle. But the problem is he's going to have units right in his face. He's got no military support. Needs those gulams over here. Monk's going for conversions. But these are Teuton Knights. They've got the resistance. Alright, gets one conversion. Managed to take out a couple knights with the TC. Mangonel is out. Saracen Expo are out of position here. This Mangonel, can it deny the castle? Oh, it's going to be close. Here come the Gulam. Here come the Gulam. That castle's not going up. That castle is not going up. Wow, what a huge swing. Most clutch Mangonel ever. Now the Expo are going to be trapped. The Gulam will clean. A Doubt Castle at 92%. And got ourselves a really, really good game here. He's going to wall out the Bills from getting in. Surprised the Gulam aren't diving on these archers. Might be waiting for greater numbers. Expo are going to sneak out that side. We've got almost identical Vil numbers, identical military numbers. But Hindustani's here going into an incredible boom. 4 TC. This area is so open here, but I think maybe low elo tries to get a castle down. Okay, yeah, right there. Don't really have space for it here, not without deleting that lumber camp. Those mangonels can land a nice shot. There are knights coming to clean the mangonels. Ooh. There's no military numbers on the field right now for low elo. That's the problem here, but that castle will go up. Can start making that Costelier switch. Here comes some villagers trying to finish the castle for Thano. Gulam jumping on those, just tanking the archer fire. One knight here in the mix, getting some kills. 99.67%. The castle will go up. 99.73. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. 99.73%. It is absolutely outrageous. Oh, this is so nice right now, though, for these archers. The castle was firing at the siege tower, and those Expo managed to get quite a few shots in. Not that it matters, though. They're about to get cleaned here by the Gulam. And, yeah, we had some Gulam actually in here as well. Apologies for missing that. All right. AOKI, though, staying in the boom game. 149 Vils for them. So still almost identical Vil counts, identical military counts. But I think, man, long term, who's got the better comp here? Costelier is so strong. I think we're going to see a... I think we're going to see a Mamluk switch here for Perot, because archers are just going to be absolutely useless with Gulam on the field. I don't know that I've ever even seen Gulam match up against Mamelukes, but I'm sure Mamelukes would think they would shred. Yeah, this game still remains quite neck here. Castle coming down here for Thano. Gulam trying to sneak around for a raid there. Will be spotted by the Teuton Knights. Or not. Just passing. Low elo trying to go out for that relic. Sees the Teuton Knights, but again, Teutons with their resistance to conversion. Does get a conversion. Can he get a second? Yeah. Turned out to be a very disadvantageous fight there for Thano. Alright, Imperial Age on the way here for our Hindustani's player, Far Forever. Going to be making a switch into camels, perhaps expecting a Mameluke transition. Or maybe just wants them to counter the Paladin they're expecting to see on this side. Both teams sort of just preparing the defenses, trying to buy some real estate. I think this gold will be pretty important for Farb to secure. Low Elo still has access to 2 more golds out here. Yeah, we could be in for a long one here. Could be some stone walls, trade, all the works. Right. Imperial Age on the way as well here for Thano. Yep, there's our first Mameluke. It does make me think we're going to be seeing the Mameluke transition. Yep, we've got Bloodlines coming in as well. Oh, sorry, that's for Teal. Right, some Saracen Expo in here are going to deny that gold for a moment to Farv. Yeah, Farv actually doesn't have any sort of castle defense over on this side. It'd be nice to see him get one more castle up. Has the stone for it. This hill, I think, would be a nice spot. Look at this, 5 TC right now for Low Elo Nobody. Still very little military. Could he be thinking Flemish Revolution? Up against Teutons. Oh man, those Gulam. Like 1 poke and you're dead. Additional castle coming down here for Low Elo Nobody. It's gotta be Costelia, right? There's no way you go Flemish Militia. This situation in a team game, I don't expect. Stonewall starting to come down here. Again, this is a bit of a worry for Farv. Doesn't have any map control in this area. It would really be nice if he can eventually get a castle up here and secure that gold. Need 2,400 gold, but every bit counts on this map. Not a ton of gold. You need to make that market transition pretty early. And there is that castle. Scouting forward. He's gonna spot the Mamelukes, I think. Realize that transition is coming. 125 bills here for Perot. Really nice boom. What about for our Teutons player here? Are we going to see maybe a transition into SO? SO Halb? I don't see any signs of that. Cavalier upgrade is in. Continuing with Cav upgrades. Here come some Mamelukas, some camels in defense. Already heavy camels in. Alright, Halb upgrade coming in for Low Elo Nobody. I'm trading just fine over there. Still no markets down for either team. And that castle will make it up there for Farv. So yeah, definitely committing to the camels, continuing to add stables. Imperial Camel on the way. And actually, we're going to see Camel as well here for Perot. I think he realized that Camel transition is coming in. Maybe wasn't as confident about Mamelukes up against them. Alright, we're going to have a Treb war on this side. Oh, the Trebs have to go through the gate, though. They have to go through the gate. There are Halb, though, to protect them. I think in good enough numbers to deal with the Cavalier here. This could be a really important fight. Teutons do have that additional melee attack. It's coming in handy here. 1 Treb down for Low Elo. And Halbs disappear, but so do most of the Cavalier. Excellent Treb shots there for Teal. Halbs continuing to stream forward, though, and over on this side, we've got Camel and Mameluke raid coming in here for Perot. Where are all the camels? The camels are on this side. They're out of position right now. I think Low Elo recognized that he needed them over there, and now the pressure is on this side. AOKI now with a 50 lead. These are Imperial camels in the mix here. Actually working out fine for Favre. He's going to clean these trebs and push the enemy out of his base. Imperial Camel just so strong. Still no trade up. So that is one thing to keep an eye on. Still 2 gold piles here for Low Elo, but the gold, I think it's still a decent bit of gold here for Favre. Over on the other side, access to gold there as well. Alright, no siege out at the moment, though. Oh, we have 1 bombard. At the moment, they're just tanking a lot of castle fire. Yeah, I think those camels go out in the raid here. Yeah, Thano, military's been cleaned. Trying to make that Halb switch now to deal with the camels. Ooh, on this side, another great fight for the Imperial Camels. Looks like they're going to clean this whole army, clean this push. All 4 trebs will go down. Does the castle go down as well? It does. These Imp Camels. Wow, they call it. They call it. Yeah, so turned out to definitely be the right play, I think, there by Favre to send the camels over to his teammate's side. I was worried that could have been a mistake. I was worried that Low Elo was going to get his army clean before the camels even got there, and then the camels would have just been helping nobody. But instead, the camels helped to completely shred Thano's army, get into his eco, and yeah, all this production was compromised. And then over on this side, Perot trying to do damage while Favre's army was, the bulk of the army was elsewhere. Didn't matter. Favre had excellent production, great economy behind this. Yeah, 60 farms, 26 on gold, and the Imperial Camel upgrade to boot. Yeah, very, very fun game. I still can't get over the 99.73% castle. That was just ridiculous. Yeah, Hindustanis. Would be Civ. All right, so that was the home map then for Imp-Posters. And with that, we go to Game 3, the Decider game, which will be the home map for AOKI Prime. What are we looking at? I love it. Beaver Dam. Let's go. My namesake. First match I'll get to see on this map. Excited about that. And here we go. So on the left, Imposters. We've got Lithuanians to the north. I think that's really advantageous to have them spawn to north. Lith will be able to get on water really quickly here. Some decent fishing in this water. And then on the south, we have Italians. Possibly looking to eventually get into Genoese and get some control of this mineral-rich area with some castles. On the other side, for AOKI Prime, we've got Mongols. I think Mongols is going to be a pretty strong civ on this map. You've got a good amount of hunt, right? You've got your standard 4 hunt, but look over here. There's also 2 patches of deer there. Some extra deer out in the back as well. So if you're willing to take the risk of expanding out, I think there's good opportunities for really early and strong feudal age for a Mongols player. And then up here we've got Ethiopians. And of course, Ethiopians are always a strong archer civ. I think we'll see a better fish boom from Imposters. But the potential for early aggression in feudal age, I think, might actually favor AOKI here. So yeah, I'll be very curious to see how these players strike the balance between contesting water and being aggressive on land. Yeah, so the map here, you've got this river area, which is not passable by boats. You can't dock the edge of this river, and it's entirely passable by land units. So land units can walk freely across the river. Yeah, there is our early Lithuanians dock. So I think we're going to see a decent fish boom and some water contest here by low elo nobody. In terms of starting resources, you've got your standard starting resources. Pardon me, no, not quite. Only 1 pile of stone, 2 piles of gold, as opposed to 3 and 2. And so that's sort of to force players to eventually try to contest this mineral-rich area toward the bottom here. But like I said, there are a good number of alternative food sources here. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of hunt on this map. I think Mongols could be quite strong. All right, first fishing ship out here for low elo nobody. Here comes the dock for Thano. So we'll at least be playing some water. Is this map, is it possible to FC on this map? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess you could. You've got these wood lines that tend to hug the shoreline on this map. You could try to get a really expansive wall, but that is a significant investment. And you're talking about some walls that are going to be quite far away from a TC, really hard to defend. But it's possible. That is what Imp-Posters are looking to do here. They are walling these trees. Question is, can they get it in time? I mean, our Huns player, our Mongols player, I think we're going to see it pretty early up. Yeah, here comes that barracks. Loom coming in, so yeah, going to go with a 19 pop-up. So not as fast as certainly is possible with Mongols. And this is interesting. Opting to go for the safer but much smaller wood line than to go for one of these wood lines. Yeah, look at this. 4 fish already here for the Lithuanians versus 1 for our Ethiopians. Player. Lithuanians so strong with the ability to get in water really early. Actually going to gold here. So is this actually going to be archers? It's going to be archers. Interesting. Okay, we've got 1 militia going forward. See the 2 militia drush pretty often. Can't say I've seen a lot of 1 militia drush. Oh yeah, and look at this. Farv knows something's coming in. He knows the only reason he would be attacking a Vil there before Feudal Age was to buy time for something. Nice hill bonus there, though, for Perot. Alright, the wall is up. 1 militia. No, we got some more coming in as well, so this is going to be men-at-arms. But look at this. We do have full walls. This is going to be fast castle. So I thought. We do have 22 pop coming in from Farv. You're Italian, so maybe you can pull off the full FC here. We'll have to watch. But they are completely walled up, double layered here, so it's definitely looking like they're going to prioritize that uptime. And militia spreading out all around here, trying to find a way in. And they're going to find everything pretty much double walled except for this little area here. Alright, archery range follow-up. So yep, it is archers here for Perot. We got men-at-arms as well from Thano. I just don't think there's going to be much value to be had from AOKI's men-at-arms. Not with these walls. But maybe they can provide a faster way in for the archers. Alright, fire on the way here for low elo nobody. Fire as well here for Thano. Fires will be out at almost identical times. Alright, yeah, and the presence of the barracks here making me think maybe Farv is Going to make a switch into feudal play here. Doesn't really have the food for a fast castle. Three fishing ships on that side versus what we got 5 over here for low elo. Alright, here come the archers. No ranges yet here for Farv. Alright, there comes our first range. I think it's going to try to go skirm defense just to keep the enemy out of the walls. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's going down. That's going down fast. I think there's a hill attack bonus on those men-at-arms. All that walling. All that walling. Not able to secure it from the men-at-arms. Probably needed to house wall that. They are in. Now things looking a little dangerous. Actually switching over to galleys instead of fires here. Nice repairs there by Thano. Look at that. Market is denied. Oh, the possibility of the fast castle was just posed. Got to quick wall this wood line. Quick wall, quick wall. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh no. Disaster. Disaster. Low elo's going to lose at least one vill here, almost certainly. And archers coming in for Thano as well. So we've got archers on both sides. Trying to get a tower defense up here. We'll be able to hold, but enemy is already in on this side. And now we've got a huge military advantage for AOKI Prime here. 18 versus 5. Yeah, and these fires will be able to jump on this galley, which is all alone here. And I think low elo's going to be quite distracted, not going to be able to engage in some galley micro right now.
Ow.
Got that woodline quick walled, but the problem is there's archers in his face with fletching boot. Archer advantage over here for Perot. Oof. That scout snipes a low HP Vill. It's huge military advantage right now for AOKI Prime. Yeah, and the fishing going down as well, so now there's no food income whatsoever for low elo, nobody. Got 0 farms, just now going to berries. And I think the whole plan behind this was to win water, have a great fish boom, and that's out the window. They're not really behind in Vill numbers yet, but I think they will be very soon with this kind of military discrepancy. Yeah, I mean, low elo nobody's ego is quite a mess at this point. Men-at-Arms still alive. Archer's gonna get on this. Actually, wouldn't be surprised if we see the GG here real soon. There's really nothing low elo can do at this point. Maybe drops a tower somewhere just to buy himself a little bit of space. I mean, he needs something. His teammate can't really come and help because he's being heavily pressured. Yeah, there's the call. They know it. They had a strategy. They had a plan coming in. Looked like it was maybe going to really pay off, but the men-at-arms getting in on the top there. Not sure why low elo didn't send a Vill to wall. That might have been because the scout was present. But maybe could have sent 2 Vills up. And I think actually that's why he went for the galley, because he was trying to use the galley to fend off the Vills there. I mean, sorry, to fend off the men-at-arms. But those men-at-arms getting in, that was basically the game there. And what did the eco look like for our other players here? Just trying to see what kind of time we could have expected. What kind of castle time we could have expected. Yeah, man, I think if that fast castle had paid off and low elo was able to get some early knights on the field, could have maybe done some really significant damage to his opponents here, right? They're wide open. You're talking about feudal archers in defense. The bases are pretty spread apart. So yeah, How things might have played differently if those men-at-arms hadn't gotten in, I'm not sure. I mean, obviously it would have also required Loilo to win water there. Yeah, I mean, that kind of tells it all. 11 to 2 KD. Mongols Hunt kicking in. I mean, even with all that crazy idle time, still good food collection there for Loilo. So, I mean, had he been able to win water with that Lithuanian's fish boom again, I think we might have seen a very, very different game here. Very close set, though. Very competitive. Game 2, I think, was especially delightful. All right, well, that will do it for this stream. I'll be casting some more sets going forward. Like I said, I'll be doing at least one per week, but hopefully I can get a few in, and I'll try to bridge across different divisions. And again, once we hit playoff time, I'll definitely pick up the frequency. All right, y'all have a good one. We'll see you soon.